All right, y'all, what's going down? It has been a minute since I've made any type of car video here, so I wanted to chime in real quick on the Caprice and kind of showing y'all what's going on. In my last video, as you guys know, I mentioned that I was going to Hot August Nights here in Reno, and I am leaving next Wednesday to head down that way. If you don't know what Hot August Nights is, look it up. It's actually probably the biggest car show, car event where they showcase cars, and as far as like show slash cruise, all that kind of stuff. Probably about 6,000 participants, and during that week they probably estimate maybe close to 1 million people coming in and out during that time. So it is crazy, y'all, and I haven't been in 9 years. I'm actually going to take the Caprice here, and they actually this year opened it up. It used to only be 76 and older as far as cars go that can actually be in the event. This year they opened it up to 79 and older, so 3 extra years, and that's kind of cool because they're starting to recognize cars of the later years as being more of classic cars and whatnot. So it's kind of cool that I'm able to take this Caprice, and it was just a random thought. Like, I just looked to see kind of what they were allowing to as far as years to come in, and open it up to 79, so this baby right here gets to come. So I'm just gonna show you real quick kind of just what I'm gonna do to kind of prepare for this show, as I am driving this car down there. It's probably about a 13-hour drive in total. What we're gonna do is drive about a couple hours south of here and stay at my girl's parents' house, and then from there we're gonna drive from there. So it's probably about 10 hours from her parents' house. So we'll just leave like early in the morning and then head down that way and get there probably like early to mid evening. So anyways, let me just show you kind of what's going on with the car and how I'm gonna get it ready for this road trip. All right, y'all, so here is the beast, the sleeping giant. You guys haven't seen her in a while, but she ready, y'all. She ready. The only thing I got to do is just do a few things to it to kind of just get it road trip worthy, which it already is, but just some little minor things here that I'm going to show you. So this water pump here, still working and everything, but I had noticed a leak on it about a year ago, and I think it was leaking out the weep hole. And I believe when that happens, there's an internal seal that's going bad. And I haven't seen it leak lately, but obviously I don't really drive the car that much. But even the times that I've actually driven it, I haven't seen it leak yet. But just since I'm taking it on this long trip, I don't want any issues or anything like that. So I actually have a water pump that's brand new already, and so I'm gonna go ahead and just replace it out just for what's the right word? Just because, I guess, because I don't want any mishaps or anything like that. So might as well just go ahead and replace it and just knock it out and get it done. The AC, as you guys know, is my last big project, and it's all functional and working. However, the belt isn't hooked up to it yet. I had one long belt hooking up all the accessories, and I believe it was just too much for that one single belt to run so many different accessories, and the belt ended up snapping and breaking. So what I'm gonna have to do probably is buy a separate belt drive system and bracketry to allow my Pro Charger to kind of run on its own system, and then I can hook up the AC and allow it to run basically as if it were stock with AC. So I won't have AC for a while. It's still all hooked up and everything. I just have to wait to buy that whole bracket setup, and that bracket setup is probably about $700. So anyways, that's kind of just what's going on there. All right, another thing is the headlights here. So the headlights are all functioning and working and everything. The only thing is in the back of the housing, and I don't think you guys can see it, but yeah, it's pretty dark. But I have some tape covering it right now where the wires go in. There's actually just a little tiny opening, like really small, and in the colder months, condensation could get in there and basically fog up the lens and everything from the inside. So what I'll probably do is just stick a little bit of silicone where the wires go through in the back to kind of like seal all that up, so that way I have no issues as far as water or condensation getting in and kind of fogging up everything, or even water getting inside there, as I don't want that. So that's another thing that I gotta do. So I gotta do that, and I'm just gonna replace the spark plugs. I don't think the spark plugs have ever been replaced. Well, I take that back. I did replace them once, but I haven't replaced them since. So, and it's probably been maybe oh shoot, I don't even know, almost a year. Obviously I don't really drive the car that much, but for the road trip it wouldn't hurt to do it. So I already have new plugs, so I'll probably just replace those and everything. So, and that's pretty much it, y'all. So I changed the oil not too long ago, and that's it, y'all. Oh, and I also drained the transmission fluid as well, and so that's all good to go too. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So not a whole lot else. Oh yes, one other thing, actually, I'm probably gonna tape the whole front end here, and then also like the rocker panels right behind where the tires kick up debris, so when I'm on my road trip I don't get any crazy little rock chips or anything like that, especially since I just painted all these rocker pieces as well, those trim pieces. So, but let me flip this camera back around, y'all. So that's what I have going on, y'all. Nothing really major, just kind of just some touch-ups and just some additions and things like that to kind of prep work and tune work to kind of get this thing road ready, and which it already is, but just some more of precautionary stuff to kind of just eliminate anything that kind of happens on the road trip and whatnot. So anyways, we're excited to get away. I'm excited to take this car on its first kind of like road trip with this particular motor. This car has actually been on all kinds of road trips, as the previous owner used to always drive it to Palm Springs and back, and from here in the Seattle area to Palm Springs, which is basically Southern California, you know, that's a good 18-19 hour drive. So and she drove that every year for however long she had the car. So that's pretty cool that this car has been used and taken care of at the same time. But now with this new LS motor in it and the Pro Charger setup, I'm curious to see kind of how she does on the long trips. And I actually have taken it on a 4-hour road trip before, and she performed flawlessly. So I'm excited for this road trip, and actually get to do it with my girl, and we're going to be riding in comfort and nice smooth ride. I got new shocks and suspension in the back and everything, so it's about to be on, y'all. So stay tuned for more. Next video you'll probably see is us en route to Hot August Nights, and then obviously, you know, that footage is coming when we get to Reno. So, but I wanted to chime in on something and let you guys know something about this real quick. Nothing's ever as easy as it seems, y'all. And this water pump wasn't a crazy pain in the ass, but it was. So just real quick, so this is not an AC Delco brand, it's an aftermarket. I don't know, I got it off eBay, but it seemed like a reputable brand, and it got good reviews, so I bought it. And it's just your normal kind of standard 5.3 truck water pump intake. I mean, everything seemed legit with it. I installed it, and when I put it on, I don't think it lined up quite perfectly. I kind of had to massage it in, and then be very careful to make sure it went on evenly, because I couldn't just put it on there and the bolts lined up, but it didn't, the water pump wouldn't allow it to slide all the way through. So I kind of had to, like I said, massage it in to make it fit right. And also one other thing that ended up being a pain in the ass was when I took the thermostat housing off, if you guys can see that. Hold on, let me adjust this camera real quick. Sorry for the shakiness, but when I took that housing off, because I had to take it off my other one and put it on this one, the thermostat, there's like two little locking like legs in there that locks the thermostat in so it doesn't move. Well, those ended up being too wide, and the circle that it goes into inside the water pump was too narrow, too small. So I actually had to take a grinding wheel, a grinder, and basically kind of hollow the hole out. So after I had already installed it, so I had to just use a drill, which didn't spin quite fast enough for the RPMs that I needed. So it took me longer to do it because my Dremel tool was too long and I couldn't fit it in here. So I had to use my drill, and it probably took a good 30 to 45 minutes to kind of hollow that out. But long story short, it wasn't horrible, but it just took me longer than I anticipated, and I had to make sure I stuffed it with napkins and stuff really good so it didn't get shavings all inside. And I just had to be very careful and take my time. So If y'all go with the aftermarket water pump, you might run into that problem. I'm not sure what brand this is, but to save you some trouble, I'd probably just go and pay the extra money and get an AC Delco or like a Gates or something like that. I think this is Gates, but I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. I bought it a long time ago and just never installed it. So anyways, you might run into that problem with the thermostat housing and the thermostat not wanting to fit in there. And everything else fit good though, y'all. So I ended up not turning the water neck. Hopefully I don't have to turn it. I have an idea to make try to make this fit without turning the water neck, but I won't worry about that now. I'll just kind of wait till that point of the build becomes a priority. So anyways, just want to let you guys know about that. Ball in all, looks good, runs good, gets hot at the right time. I think if I can remember correctly, that thermostat is like a 195 or 190 or something like that, but right around 190-ish, 185, 190. It let the fluid through and that bottom hose got hot, so that was good. And my fans cut on at 205 and they cut on right when they should. So anyways, it's all good there. So just wanted to let you guys know about that, and that's it. So next, just some small odds and ends on the build, or on the tune-up I should say, before my road trip. So all right, y'all, stay tuned, and appreciate y'all. Oh, one other thing, y'all, I'm asking for likes, I'm asking for subscribers, as I am really close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, y'all. So refer me to somebody, y'all. Like this video, comment, subscribe, everything. And I'm trying to make this channel grow as much as I can, and more content to come still. You know the Chevelle build's coming. You know I still got the Regal, so but that Chevelle build is next, and that Chevelle is gonna be nice, y'all. Just wait and see. So anyways, deuces, and I'll holla.